DEROY Murdock, Bernie's budget is $3.5t blueprint for instant socialism in AmericaHouse Speaker Nancy Pelosi plans a vote soon to push Senator Bernie Sanders' $3.5 trillion socialist dream budget one step closer to law. The news grows worse from there. Every other detail about this onerous legislation merits scorn, revulsion, and rejection. The Build Back Better budget resolution boasts a $3.5 trillion price tag. Taxpayers should be so lucky. This figure assumes that several key initiatives, including the child tax credit, will expire in 3 to 5 years. Since government programs are virtually immortal, this is not wishful thinking. It's pure fantasy. Reasonably assuming that these programs grind on for 10 years swells the budget's true price to $5.5 trillion. Add the Senate's $1 trillion infrastructure bill, which most House Democrats hope to append, and Bernie's budget hits $6.50 trillion. Next, blend in $400 billion for interest payments on the exploding national debt. This pushes the $3.5 trillion package's real cost to $6.9 trillion, nearly double its advertised price.
Bernie's budget is all about inserting the federal government into the daily lives of all Americans and spending as much money as possible while doing so, warned House Budget Committee ranking Republican Jason Smith of Missouri. Democrats plan to underwrite this bachelor party-like extravaganza by borrowing from the Chinese Communist Party, God love them, and by hiking levies on America's beleaguered taxpayers. Bernie's budget constitutes the biggest tax increase since 1968, before man walked on the moon. The Club for Growth Foundation counts $3.6 trillion in new taxes in this measure. Among them, beyond spending and taxes, the Bernie budget would bludgeon the land of the free into a socialist workers' paradise. Among its far-left social engineering schemes, these taxpayer-funded eco-busybodies also would be unionized. And, of course, their union dutifully would kick back a chunk of their members' mandatory dues into the Democrat Party's campaign coffers. In the face of mounting inflation and economic instability, a rational Congress would enact pro-growth tax and spending reforms that pave the way to a smoother recovery, Andrew Moylan advises. The National Taxpayers Union's executive director adds, instead, current leaders are marching full speed ahead with the most sweeping expansion in the size and scope of government in decades. It's like throwing a drowning child an anvil instead of a life preserver. Appalled? Call 202-225-3121 and tell your congressman to vote hell no on the Pelosi/Sanders/Biden blueprint for instant socialism in America. One Venezuela will suffice.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.